Welcome back to the Always Getting Better podcast. I'm your host, Regan Hunsaker, and this is episode 4 of season 1. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about snowballs. Now, I know what some of you guys are thinking, snowballs in June, but just hear me out. This is a topic that many of my baseball players will be familiar with because it's something that I talk to them about a lot. I talk to them about it fairly often, I guess I would say, because it's a big thing to me. All right. Now, what made me think about this idea of snowballs in June? I know we had a couple of cold days out there, but it was actually reading a book with my daughters. Now, school's out, so it's summertime, and I get to spend more time with my daughters, which is outstanding. I absolutely love it. One of the things that they love to do with me is to read some books. And we were reading a book today that's about this mouse who wants to build the best snowman ever. Now, in order to build the best snowman ever, she starts packing the snow together to form a base, but she can't quite get it big enough. So she rolls this ball all the way to the top of the hill, and then she lets it roll down. All right. And as it rolls down, it picks up more and more snow and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, which is great for the purpose of building a great snowman. But when you get to the bottom, if you can't move that, then where is your snowman, right? So I had to think about this because like I said, I share this often with baseball players, and we talk about these snowballs. All right. So snowballs happen in sports, specifically, like I said, on the baseball field. We talk about this with baseball, compounding one error by making a second error. So it's the infielder that drops the ground ball, picks it up, and overthrows first, right? They've already had one error, then they try to pick it up and throw it away. It's 2 errors for the price of 1, I guess you could say. And anytime when you have a snowball like that, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger because the other team builds off of that. Momentum builds off of snowballs, and you don't want those snowballs to happen to you. So I always tell my baseball players, avoid those at all costs. Now, in football, an example of a snowball might be that your offense is going down the field and we fumble the ball, and then the next play, the other team's offense comes out, has a big play. Either they throw a long pass. A lot of times, offensive coaches, they love it. When they take over, we call it a quick change. When they take over on a quick change, they like to take a shot at the end zone if they can because it's backbreaking, right? It absolutely kills a team when they have that kind of a snowball happen to them. All right. So snowballs, like I said, they happen in sports, but they happen in life as well. Sometimes they are within a relationship, whether that's a fight that you have with your significant other. Sometimes it'll be having to do with business or work. You make a mistake at work, don't compound it by making another, right? If you mess up at work, own up to it. Get rid of that snowball as fast as you can, right? So the best way to stop a snowball from forming is to actually first see it for what it is. Recognize that a snowball is happening. Right? If you don't know the snowball is happening, you're just like the mouse that rolled the ball to the top of the hill and let it fly, only to realize that she couldn't put the snowman where she wanted, right? Second, you have to take ownership of the problem. Whenever you make a problem or make a mistake, you have to know that that's your mistake. You own that mistake and everything that goes along with that, right? The consequences that happen. I just talked to my daughters about, hey, this is a consequence of your actions, and it's something that maybe they're getting familiar with. They're understanding that is going to be said to them. This is a consequence of your actions. So understand what your actions can do, right? Take ownership of those snowballs that you created. And third, you're going to solve the problem, but don't do it alone. Snowballs can be created by one person, but they can easily be cleaned up by multiple people, right? In baseball, one of the things, like I said, I talked about, it's that infielder that drops the ground ball and then overthrows first. Well, the thing that can stop that snowball from becoming bigger is relying on the people around you to make that next play, right? Understanding that if I made that first mistake when I misfielded the ground ball, that I don't need to pick it up and try to rush a throw to first and throw it over their head, because you know what? The pitcher's going to give me another chance at it. He's going to throw in there, get another ground ball. Maybe he'll even get a strikeout, right? So if we will always rely on our teammates, we can overcome those problems that we have, those snowballs, All right. And those snowballs in life, it's the same way. Like I said, if your snowballs happening within a relationship, maybe you got in a fight, it's one of those things that if you take ownership of your side of that fight and say, hey, I messed up, let's fix this together, those relationships can be healed and those snowballs can be avoided. All right. So there's always going to be help to fix your snowballs that happen in life. All right. So I know we're talking about snowballs in June and it seems like a weird time of year, but never compound a problem by making it bigger. Always crush the snowball before it grows because the weight will become insurmountable. And then you're stuck with the base of a snowman, wherever that's at. Right. And always recognize that there's help available. There's people that want to help you. They want to make your life easier. They want to crush those snowballs with you. All right. So if you liked what you heard, hit subscribe. Okay. We'll be back again with another lesson from sports in the next episode. Thanks for listening.